Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective, and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain, and I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everyone to do their own research and to view this video subjectively. Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. It's Friday the 4th of October. It seems that poor Harry is in fact torn between his family and his wife. Now, no more has it ever been clearer than the past couple of days. The African tour came to an end and his face changed completely. Throughout the tour, it was all smiles. It was all happiness, aren't we great? But then that changed very, very quickly when the statement was released. If you don't know about this, look at my previous video. I've put a link up at the top here and I go through what the statement implies, what it means, and the ramifications for it all. It's been suggested that the major top royals and aides within the firm allegedly warned Harry that the statement that he put out and the legal action that he is taking, or rather Meghan is taking, would move the focus away from their Africa tour. And it did just that. Rather than celebrate an actually good South African tour, media-wise, it completely obliterated and undermined everything that they did the previous 10 days. I find it quite laughable that this statement was supposed to have been penned by Harry. Read it, it's not. It's got Meghan's mucky little paw prints all over it. Now come on, Harry has never really been known to be the sharpest tool in the box, has he? He had to have a teacher help him finish his A-levels because he couldn't blinking manage it. It clearly wasn't written by him because it had the hallmarkings and the wording of his wife running all the way through it. With this latest news of the statement, I think it's very obvious that Harry is becoming more and more torn between his wife and his family. Who will ultimately win in that battle? I honestly think Harry is angry because he was expecting Meghan to be the next people's princess, just like Diana. And I think he's been shocked because the British public have repelled against her. I mean, we would really, if she was a genuine person, we would have held out our hands and gone, yay, it's fabulous. Monarchy's getting a little bit more diverse. But what she did was she fought against every single protocol and rule and just obliterated them all. And she did hit the ground running, but in all the wrong reasons. She basically did it all for herself and not for her country. During this tour, it's been very interesting because a lot of photos have shown Meghan grinning intensely and Harry scowling next to her. So it's funny that, the statement says that they're extremely angry and upset with the way that the press have treated them, yet they act as if they want nothing more than the press attention. Me. But the thing is, they only want it when it suits them, and I think they can't have that balance. You can't pick up and put down the press at will. You either invite them in or you shut them out completely. And if it's the case of them shutting them out completely, then they need to hand in their titles, in my own personal opinion. Going forward from this statement, I think you will see more and more news stories coming from their Sussex Royal Instagram account rather than from the press. I think this is them starting to control the media. With regards to the lawsuit, the crux of it is, as the letter writer in the UK, Meghan holds the copyright. But because her father released its contents of the letter to the Daily Mail on the back of the People magazine, slating Thomas Markle, there may well be quite a bit of wiggle room with regards to responding to that lawsuit. The article was released by People prior to Thomas releasing his letter from Meghan. And if you remember, it was a People article and the 5 friends of hers came out. They requested to be made anonymous to protect their private relationship between Meghan and them. Yeah, okay. They wanted to set the record straight on Meghan's relationship with her dad. In the article, one friend claimed that Thomas is not as he maintained and he did not reach out to his daughter. He said, or the friend said, he knows how to get in touch with her. Her telephone number hasn't changed and he's never called, he's never texted. It's super painful because Meg was always so dutiful. And then Thomas released, in retaliation, he released the letter. So he was only trying to defend himself. Should he have done it? I don't know. It's a bit of a tricky one. Because he was releasing it on the back of the People magazine, I think there is going to be a strong case with regards to the Daily Mail. Because there's a suggestion that she put it in the public domain herself by telling her friends about it and giving them the go-ahead to take it public. The pals were then briefed, one of them going into detail about the letter. And it's a very fine line on who is in the right here. Did she put it out because she gave the okay to the People magazine and then they mentioned the letter, so therefore Thomas put the letter in the public domain? Did she bait him? And there, I think, is going to be the bit that's the crucial part of the lawsuit. By mentioning the letter in People magazine, did it then become a matter of public interest? What is curious is the fact that the previous Monday, so this last Monday, this was when the claim was filed against the Sunday or the Daily Mail on Sunday. It was processed on the Monday morning, and more details need to be filed by the 14th of October. And this is when Kate and William will start their Pakistan tour. This is a major swipe to get headlines. She knows it, we know it, everybody knows it. Meghan is a media-hungry lady who knows the impact that this file will receive. She wants to dominate the headlines and completely obliterate William and Kate's tour, and I think that is extremely dirty tactics. And news which has broken today has confirmed that while they're in Africa, Harry and Meghan made a documentary with a news broadcaster and a journalist, Tom Bradbury. It will explain a lot, we've been told. He confirmed it in a tweet, and it said that he's just finished filming a documentary on Harry and Meghan in Africa. I think it will explain a lot when it airs. This is quite concerning because they are going to be in a documentary. Was this the reason why they were in Africa all along? Is this what they want to do? Is she after an Oscar? Come on, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to end today with where we started, is Harry being pulled towards his wife and pushed away from his family? I'm going to give you this photo, and it's rather interesting to see the comparison from when he met Meghan to where he is now. He looks like a shadow of his former self, and that is quite heartbreaking, really. What do you all think of the issues that I've raised in the video? Do you think Harry has an inner struggle with his wife and his family? Or do you think it's all his wife now? Or do you think he still has those ties and he still feels those pull towards the firm? Do you think that it's right that Meghan is suing the Daily Mail? And what do you think of them filing more claims on the day that William and Kate's Pakistan tour commences? Is it dirty tactics? Let me know what you think. Do you think this is them finally preparing to move away from the royal family? As always, I would love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell and also subscribe. I do have a donate to me and buy me a cuppa in my about section. Don't feel like you have to, but if you'd like to show your appreciation,